this is part 2 of the Sandship. In this part, we're going to be getting the dungeon map, a piece of heart, and we're going to be exploring what the ship looks like once we bring it to life now.
Yep, we'll mostly be in this video. Actually, it might be the whole video. We'll be on top of this ship outside, which is by far my favorite part of this video series.
And it looks amazing once we...
Do we have to talk for this?
Let's not.
Yeah, just
silence.
silence and just enjoy the beauty of this outside area of the Sandship.
Our viewers might enjoy that, honestly.
This is our best commentary video so far.
Fire, shut up for 10 seconds. But I just think it's awesome that one time shift stone brings this entire boat to life, unlike in Lanaroo Mine, where I feel like you had to have each one only covered a very small...
It was like a room basically is what it did. Like, you know, they had a bunch of rooms off the center room, and yeah, it did that whole area.
But what a cinematic right there. When
beautiful.
Dude,
beautiful.
The colors pop out, the sails drop, the ocean comes to life.
I think my whole favorite thing about that cinematic, other than the ocean coming to life, is those sails actually coming to life.
When you see them roll down.
Yeah,
And I just love, I kind of mentioned in part 1 how like gray, or not gray, but brown and dead looking the walls were with the wood. The paint was all faded. Now that we've done the time change here, they've got the colors in them. You see the blue and the red. It just looks gorgeous. And I know we talked about like how pretty like Cistern was with the gold and the blue and all that. But man, this ship, once you get all the full colors in it and the sails and the water around it, I think is just gorgeous.
I love like the whole area, just like going to the top of this thing, man. I mean, it's just awesome, like being there and like we got to see a good view on the bow of the ship. But then like climb up to the top and just be able to look all the way around, and then we'll ride these rails here in a little while that just really one of my favorite parts of the game. It's kind of like riding a roller coaster almost, really.
It is, and it's as we're working our way higher and higher up the sails too, and you just get a better and better view, like you said. As we go, you get the top-down view now.
And there's not much room to screw up because like you're on these like little tiny, like, they're not planks, but I don't know what they're called.
Whatever the board's called.
Sail holders.
Masts.
Okay, sure.
Yeah. I'm a sailor. But it is cool though, like you said, you're up here on these narrow boards. You don't have a lot of room to work.
Now, usually we don't get the bow this late in the game, but I just think it worked out perfectly with this dungeon, like being able to kind of like, you know, shoot these guys on the mast or whatever. Like, it was just really fun using the bow in this dungeon.
It was, especially in the outdoor area where you have the room, I feel like, to really do it. And with the zoom, the zoom the bow has, which I thought was a great addition, by the way.
I like how it charges all the way up. Like, I think it actually is, if you let it charge, it goes faster, which means it has more power or whatever. So I also like that concept of it.
Just I thought the little touches they added to a weapon that's literally been in every single Zelda game to improve it a little bit.
Now, I don't know if you mentioned like how the arrows kind of spiral too.
I didn't mention that.
That looks awesome.
Oh, it does, yeah. It's just a great little visual, like between that, the zoom,
although
the charging
seems like it makes me miss it more. I'm going to blame it on that. I don't know if that's the reason, but I'm going to blame it on that.
I'm just going to blame it on the Wiimote.
Every time I would shoot, like I would kind of lift my Wiimote up. And it would kind of throw it off a little bit.
I'd say it needed to calibrate again.
Push pause, hit the down directional button or whatever.
Hey, any excuse I can find that's not me screwing, I'm going to use it. But yeah, I mean, just climbing these rails, like you mentioned, or these lines, just to get higher and higher. You're right. It is such a great moment.
And just that view right there, we can see that pirate stronghold in the back. Just I know we talk about the views a lot, but just they're amazing in this area right here.
Well, it's little things like that in games that, like, as graphics have advanced, you get better and better, like worlds and like views. You can see further. You can see more detail. It's just, and now that the Wii, I guess it was the Wii at the time, not the Wii U, but it does look great. Like I said, seeing this pirate stronghold in the background, just all of that, and all of the sea around there, it just does look gorgeous in a different way than like the Cistern was beautiful. This is an entirely different kind of...
well, this is like outside in the desert, like really an area that's, I mean, even though the desert was beautiful, you don't really typically think as a desert as being beautiful, and then it is beautiful.
It is. Now this skipper...
How this
guy ever became a captain, I don't know.
Well, that's how he lost his boat.
Yeah.
He's a coward.
He literally just says, hey, how about you go rescue my crew? It looks dangerous. I'm going to go hide in the ship.
Yeah. No, he kind of starts out talking like he's going to help you.
Yeah.
But he's like, oh, yeah, like I said, like, oh, it looks dangerous, so you go take care of it. You go take care of it,
No wonder the pirate took your boat. I mean, here's the problem. As soon as we get it back for him, some other pirate's going to come steal it.
Well, that's exactly true, yeah.
We're helping him in the very short term here, I think.
I mean, if you have a boat like this, I mean, you got to die with your boat.
Yep.
I mean, if you lose your boat, you should not be alive.
No. At least be in the brig with
Don't you think they would make you walk the plank?
I would.
If I was a pirate or whatever, and stole somebody's ship, I guess you would have to be a pirate to steal somebody's ship.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I would make them walk the plank and be like,
oh, no doubt.
Ooh, ouch. Effort. F for effort. Walk the plank.
and we know what the pirate looked like who took his boat. I mean, that was a mean-looking guy.
Yeah, it was. And he had electrical weapons.
Yeah.
Somehow, in the future, which is
the past.
Which looks like the past. Yeah. That's kind of weird because he's the only one that really had like an electrical weapon. I think that we crossed in that.
I think you're right.
In the present.
I think you're right.
I'm starting to get all confused now.
It's tough with those time shift stones, yeah. But you're right. I mean, I have no respect for that skipper anymore after that moment, right?
No,
It's like you don't deserve to have your boat back.
No, you really don't. He's really too small to be operating a boat anyway.
True.
There's no way he can reach the top of that wheel.
No.
Or that he can even see.
He can't see over the wheel.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like a 9-year-old driving a car.
Yeah, exactly.
But there's the piece of heart, by the way, finally, that we get. And it's so easy to miss that you can even come to the backside.
Oh, I didn't come to the backside the first time I went through this game.
Yeah, and I only found it because I randomly saw the hookshot target.
Yeah, I didn't even see it.
Yeah.
I probably thought it was just like a symbol on a pole and just kind of went.
Well, kind of like some of the symbols we've shot to bring the rail. Yeah, I can definitely see that. A very easy mistake to make.
And then right here, I finally can draw something, which I'm glad because we actually forgot to mention this, but I was almost out of arrows. Yes. And that very last target I had to hit. That was my last arrow. Yeah. So if I didn't hit that, I was going to have to go all the way down to the bottom and get more arrows.
And I kind of mentioned this in part 1. I didn't know you could draw an arrow and get arrows out.
Well, I didn't need it till I knew I was doing the second time through the game.
Yeah, but you were out. Well, the problem is, most games I feel like you start with 30 in your first quiver.
You only start with 20,
this
right?
One only lets you with 20.
Yeah, that's not enough.
For all the bow upgrades that you have in this game.
Yeah, if you can shoot, good, that's probably enough, but, yeah, as you can see, I think that one guy missed, 3 times, maybe.
I would say, you've seen...
I'm glad you kind of missed that one.
I was going to let it slide. I don't like to point out too many of our mistakes. A few, of course.
Only in red place.
Well, plus, you were doing a good job hitting all the other
ones. We got to all my mistakes earlier on in our commentary series.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, definitely.
Where is the I wish they would have had the wheel out here though.
I'm not sure.
And usually, isn't the captain's quarters that was the place that Fee was talking about earlier?
I think
isn't it usually right under the wheel, at the very back of the ship?
You would think. I mean, I'm no pirate. I didn't live in those days, but yeah, I mean, just you would think that the cabin and the wheel would all be in this elevated area, right where you're standing right now. Although I guess then you have a hard time seeing around the sails, but
Well, you would have that on any pirate ship, though.
Yeah, good point. That's why you have a guy sitting on the bow telling you where to go.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
You have a navigator.
That would have been a long, far yell, though.
Hey, yell, Captain!
You saw that worked out in Titanic when they had to yell back to avoid the iceberg. It didn't work out.
Speaking of driving around icebergs. Now, I do love, now that we've hit that time shift crystal, we do actually come to the boat for a few minutes here, I guess, in this part, but I love how, like I said, these walls earlier were so brown and boring, and now you got the blues, the reds, the greens, the gold trim. It's just...
It's not really bright color, but it feels like it really makes it come to life.
It does.
It's just those. I don't know how to describe it really.
It's like someone once cared about this boat.
Yeah.
And wanted it to look good.
It's like a rustic paint job that looks really, really good.
Yeah, and I just love that contrast between the brown, faded, present time, and then we hit the time shift crystal.
They also bring back some of these electrical enemies too.
Oh, I know.
Just like that whole like the walls and the electric weapons. I mean, just makes it feel really futuristic.
Yep, and it also continues to show the parallel between the first time we were in the desert and we did the Lanaroo mining facility, which of course had the electricity, it had the factory, all that stuff. And the second time we hit the desert with the boat coming back to life with the electric enemies and things like that, and these little electric door barriers.
Yeah,
I just think it has a nice. It ties the fact that you're in the same area over and over again together.
I would say very similar dungeons, which Zelda usually doesn't do. But at the same time, I mean, you really don't do 2 dungeons in the same area. I don't feel like that much.
Not a lot.
Like this one, every area you basically did 2 dungeons.
Yeah.
Most of the other games, you're going to almost a different area of the game. I don't know.
And you could definitely see the similarities the first time through compared to the second time through with the dungeons. I mean, obviously, this is very comparable to Lanaroo.
Earth is fire.
The Earth and the fire.
Fire Sanctuary.
Yeah, you can definitely tell that I think they went for that symmetry. Is that the word
symmetry.
On purpose, of course.
I don't know. You're the vocabulary guy, not me.
I feel like I'm making up words as I go half the time.
I think that's all I ever do.
Hey, it's got us this far. But either way, we finally get the dungeon map, and that wraps up part 2 of the Sandship.